Hey, 4th and 5th graders. This week we are going to be doing kind of a silly, fun lesson that we may have done a version of when you were in ECE. And this one should be a lot more complicated. We are going to be drawing a basic turkey and then choosing an artist to give it a new motif or a new skin, a new layer, okay? You can use any artist in art history, okay? You need to make sure it's appropriate. There's a list on the slide of different artists you could use, okay? But your first step on all of this is going to be to please go ahead and draw a turkey. So I'm going to do a really basic turkey. So my turkey has an oval body. Its head's going to come up from here. We'll do that head kind of a curve right here, an oval for that head. And then it's going to come back into the turkey's body like that. Behind here, we have a very big basic feathers going around. I'm needing a beak coming off of here. Really, it's not a huge beak. And then it needs a waddle kind of there. Your eyes can be however you want. You can make them stylized. You can make them realistic. And then there's going to be a lot of feathers coming off, right? All right, so I made a very basic turkey. Now I need to decide what artist I want to use for my motif. And I've decided Vincent van Gogh is the direction I would like to go. So Van Gogh has two paintings that I have in mind. One is Starry Night, and then one is of a sunflower. So one is Starry Night. I might just go ahead and start using my crayons for this one. I was going to use markers, but I think I'm going to prefer crayons because it's going to be blended together. So you can choose whatever colors you want. So he uses very quick brush strokes. So I'm going to make very quick stars right here on the belly. There is a moon. If I wanted to add a moon, maybe I'll add the moon onto the neck here. There'll be a moon right here. And then I'm going to start adding those blue swirly lines around. So on Starry Night, there's these very quick, almost windy looking lines that he makes. They're with a brush, but we're going to do them, well, I'm going to do them with a crayon. You can do them with whatever material you have available at your house. I'm just using right now crayons to go around these, swirling lines, lots of quick lines. Then I'm going to go back in and add other kinds of colors as well. So maybe I'll add in a purple. I'm going to just keep filling this in. So I'm going to do the body first. So guys, I have gone ahead and I have drawn my Starry Night body. And then I'm going to see all my stars in there. If I need to go back in and highlight my stars so we can still see them, we see all the swirly lines. Here's our moon. I'm getting it back in. I've included a star for my eye. And I can just add more curvy lines to fill in that extra space. If I wanted to, I could go over this with watercolor paint to fill in any extra space I haven't gotten. So now it's time for the feathers. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is have these, using all warm colors back here, I'm going to have different petals coming out. So here's again that quick brush stroke for that center of that flower. This is only part of a sunflower here that comes around over here. Maybe I'll have a whole sunflower over here. They're all sort of behind my turkey and coming out. And I'm drawing quickly just because Van Gogh paints very quickly. So it's very quick brush strokes for him. So I'm going through centers of his flowers, had some swirls in it. I'm adding the colors to it, okay? So when I have my basic decision as far as where all my sunflowers are going to be, now it's time for my petals. And I'm going to draw my petals all different sizes to fill up that area. So I've added all my basic feathers there, and now I actually want to paint over it. Okay, so I'm going to use just some water to add my last layer of color, but you can do this without doing the paint resist. You can just add more marker or more color to fill in your areas, okay? So I'm going to use my yellow to just basically paint right over top of my leaves, or my orange, depending on what's showing up well. There we go. Getting some orange right into my leaf, into my petals. Just quick, quick paint. I'm going to go back in and eventually get some of my white areas turned yellow, depending on my time. See how this is just a quick way to get color onto your background. And because Van Gogh works so quickly, I am able to work so quickly. If I was doing something like Gustav Klimt, he is a much more attention-based painter. If I was doing something like a Pablo Picasso, I would be able to do a lot more big, bold colors. So you just have to look at the artist and decide what is best for what you want to do. Do you want to use a lot of color? Do you want to do MC Escher and just use black and white? It is totally your call, but I know there's some of you that love to use black and white and hate to add color. So think about that when you are making your choices. Again, I'm just quickly getting in color here all the way through. Might switch to some yellow on this one. Go. Not all of your, if you are doing sunflowers, they don't all have to be the same color. I'm just going to add a little yellow back here to get some more color. It doesn't have to be everywhere, just a little bit here and there, where it still has big white areas. And if I wanted to, I could go back in and paint over top of this area. I'm not feeling super led to do that right now, but that is an option. All right, so guys, you are creating a turkey with a motif, or in the style of, a famous artist. And you need to be able to tell me what artist you chose. So I chose the artist Vincent van Gogh, and the two paintings that I worked on were Starry Night and one of his sunflower works of art. I can't wait to see what you create this week.